अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरतिशे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय भक्त्या विहीनाय पराधलक्ष्ये क्षिप्ताश्च कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयीं त्वां शरणं प्रपन्ना वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दे। यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातरया जुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तर्वोऽभिनेदु तं सर्वभूतहृदयं त्वयैवास्मि न जीवामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय राधे तन्मय माम्। Perhaps this is third day here of my class. I was fourth day? No, third. Yeah. And I was willing to explain Srila Raghunatha Das Gosvami, manasi-seva. But there are so many things to learn. Who was Raghunatha Das Gosvami? And how beautiful Bhakti-may Jivan. Always engaged in Bhakti, observed in Krishna Prem. He always. Like Sankhya Purvaka Nam Gandativi Kalavasani Kadau Nidrahar Viharakadi Vijitau Chatanta Dinam Chajau Radha Krishna Guneshmati Madhuriman Dain Sammohitau Bande Roop Sanatana Raghu Jugau. Raghu means Raghunatha Das Gosvami. Sri Jivo. If you like to do bhajan and you wish that you should have a pure bhakti, Krishna prem, especially Braja prem, like Rupa Goswami, Raghunatha Das Goswami, then you will have to follow their activities. And their activities has been told in this slok. Sankhya Purvakanam Gan Nativi. Sri Nivasacharya, the friends of Narottam Thakur and Shyamananda Prabhu, especially the disciple of this Gopal Bhatta Goswami, he has written this ashtak. That Sankhya Purvakanam Gan Nativi. Very carefully, you should try to take it in your heart and to follow it and to be established in this truth. Sankhya Purvakanam. Always not less than 1 lakh name daily. No? With pure devotion and action absorbed in Krishna, weeping with tears, heart melting, and doing Dandavat Pranam of all the devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, of all the associates of Krishna, all the places of Leela Sthali, pastimes like Bansi Bhat, Keshi Ghat, Ram Ghat, Chir Ghat, Govardhan, Seva Kunja, Nidulan, all places. not less than thousands and thousands. Stand up and again Ashtang Pranam, Sastang Pranam to all. You have seen in Radhakund so many Babaji or other person for worldly gain also. They do at one place about 1008 pranams. From where it came? Actually, it came from Raghunatha. And then Sankhya Purvak Naam Gan Nati Bhi, doing stuti, as he has done in Bilap Pushpanjali and others, and he has collected from Rupa Gosvami all the prayers of all the places. Hours and hours. And what to take? Sometimes dry chickpeas. No rush. Nothing. Only this. No chapati. Even dry chapati. But he never took. Without salt, without ghee, butter, anything. And sometimes it was not taken. Whole night. Sometimes sleep for 24 minutes. Sometimes never. Whole night. Weeping, chanting, remembering, doing pranam and observing in Krishna praying. Premanandam madhurimanandam bodhi. Always he was observed in samadhi. Seeing that, oh, Radha and Krishna are playing in Radha Kunda. Sometimes in Suchikunda. Madhvangala and Krishna taking the shape of Brahman boy coming, and how they are making Surya Puja to Srimati Radhika, worship of sun. Very pleasant, observed. And sometimes he is saying that I am serving and Radha and Krishna. And sometimes he saw that, oh, where Krishna has gone? Where Krishna has gone? You have to see, oh, I was serving here Radha and Krishna conjugal. And where they have gone? Then began to weep. O Radhe, Brajadevi ke chalalite, he Nanda Suno Kuta, Shri Govardhan Kalpapada Patali Kalindi. This is the real line of bhajan. No policy, no duplicity, nothing, no diplomacy, no money wanting, no selfish gain, even forgetting myself where I am. Only think it that on eternal shape which is in our this body, that is called Siddha, Shuddha Deha. By that, always waiting here and there. Here to take only this handful of buttermilk. Once a person came and gave a bigger leaf and some more buttermilk. He told that from where you have collected these leaves, bigger leaf? He told that from Sakhi's thali. Oh, and he became angry and he became in interior mode. You know, this place is called Sakhi's thali. How it is prominent? The place of Chandravali, near to Radha Kunda. So he became furious that you have come from that party? You want to take Krishna from here? He went in internal Siddha Deha, and he forget everything. And he took a stick and began to chase him away. But that Brahmin could not understood his real role. And he threw out that buttermilk. How he was observing this? Always observing Krishna praying. You have heard the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Cheto Darpan Marjanam Bhava Mahadavagni Nirvapanam Sreya Kairava Chandrika Vitarnam Vidyavadi Jivanam Anandam Bodhi Vardhanam Pratipadam. This is called Anandam Bodhi, sinking in the ocean of endless and deepless, bottomless ocean of Ananda, always and all. We cannot think this. But our goal should be this. Not only worldly gain. If you have any worldly gain, a trace or even a smell for this, that breath never you can realize. So, I am advising you to coping all worldly thinkings, diplomacy and party feeling and anything. We should try to achieve our this goal of Krishna prema. We have left everything only for this praying, not for any party feeling or anything. But this is available, we must go there and to hear all this. It will help in our attaining Krishna prema. So, what are the teachings of Srila Raghunatha Gosvami? I wanted to explain and I will explain. But before this, I want to make a platform that our hearts should be qualified to hear all these things. So I am explaining all these things to make the platform, make our heart qualified and very, very pure. You know, I have told manasi-seva. How a Brahmin attend Vaikuntha very easily by this manasi-seva. So, if we will adopt this method, very easily we can have Braj-seva rather than Krishna-seva. In this connection, I want to narrate some Srimad Bhagavat examples. Can Govinda Bhagat, can you tell the characteristics of Srila Bharata Maharaja in this connection? You remember? Can you?
Bharata Maharaja.
Bharata Maharaja, how we attend this? And what he adopted the method? And why he was late in his method? Can you tell?
His 3 lives, you mean?
His previous life. His life. You can tell? You? I think you should go there. Near to Prem Priyoja. It will be easy for all to hear. Here you are.
Chiranjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Milikam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. The story of Bharata Maharaja is narrated in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Bharata Maharaj was a very great king of the earth planet. And he had a very opulent kingdom, so much so that it was compared to a king of heavenly planets. So Bharata Maharaj was a very advanced bhakta, and he also was able to renounce his entire kingdom and give up this kingdom, described in Srimad Bhagavatam, that he was able to renounce this kingdom and give it up as if it were rejectable like stool. He was so advanced. So at the appropriate time he renounced the kingdom and he went to the forest and he began to practice.
What age?
Pardon?
In what age?
What age? Such a you, yes?
No.
Oh, at what age?
In his half young age. At that time, his age was 50,000 years. Young age.
Satyug or Treti? Satyug.
Yeah, he was in Satyug.
So he went to forest to practice.
On account of worldly problems. Her children had never refused him. His wife is always helpful. But why he left all these things? Like stone?
Because his attraction for Krishna had developed so much.
Yeah.
And he had actually elevated to the stage of bhav, it is described.
Yeah.
The symptoms of bhav had begun to appear in Bharata Maharaj. So he was more attracted to the life of complete absolute surrender to Krishna than to the material life of maintaining the kingdom. So he gave all of this up and he went to the forest. And in the forest he was very seriously practicing all of the practices of sadhana, and he had one small dwelling in the forest, and he was living very, very renounced. But by and by, it just occurred one day that there was a small deer, and this deer was in some difficult circumstance. I think the tiger was?
No.
Mother was pregnant.
There was a female deer.
Yeah.
She was grazing grass nearby his bhajan kuti. At once a tiger jumped up and roared very loudly. When she jumped up to that deer, to save her life, she also jumped. There was a river and she went across the river. But in the middle, when he was jumping, a child came out of his arm and fell down in the river. And she was drowning, coming up and down. Deer was dead, but looking very pathetically towards Bharata Maharaja. Can you save? You are doing bhajan. This is more than bhajan. To save a life. Then what happened?
So Bharata Maharaj felt sympathy. So he took it upon himself to rescue this.
And came to this very deer and took up in his laps and pacifying, he took it to his bhajan ashram. Then gone.
So daily he would take care of this deer very affectionately. He began to stroke the deer. Sometimes he was becoming so much attached, even he was kissing the deer sometime. And this way, very affectionately became attached to the deer. So this was going on, and slowly by this attachment also, his remembrance and his spiritual practices were diminishing correspondingly. So at a certain time then, Bharata Maharaj met his death. But this was the deer was in some also difficult circumstance.
He was looking for the
He was looking for the deer.
Uh, he has told, all right, he was charmed to this little baby, and gradually his sadhan bhajan began to weak. The charm, the ruchi for and asakti for serving Krishna in Nam and all other things was gradually reducing. At last, one day he saw that some deers were coming, running, jumping, and this little baby also joined them, and he ran away with them and never returned. He was so worried. What is that, my child? Where is my child? I think that any animal can eat that capture and swallow. How to bring again that baby? But he never brought. In the meantime, he was thinking absurdly, dear, 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 dear. In sickness, in dream, in whole night and day, only here and here. He forgot to chant, remember Krishna. His everything was when he missed and always chanting, remembering this, dear, dear. In the meantime, his death came. He was remembering that dear and death came. At the death, what he will remember, you will be like that. Remembering dear, 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 in his coming birth he became dear. What is the thing here? I want to tell here. If anyone chant Krishna, Krishna whole day, whole life long, and in the end, anyhow he missed, then he will miss Krishna bhajan. But anyhow anyone is remembering Krishna, or his associates at last time, very absorbed in that, then at once he will be the parikar, associates of Krishna, certainly. As Bharata Maharaj, thinking and remembering in his last time, dear, dear, and he became dear. So this is the rule and regulation of bhakti. If anyone is absorbed, thinking, reminding always Krishna, Krishna and his associates, the next birth he will surely be take birth in Braja, like Brajavasis. You know Putana? Putana came to Braja to kill Krishna, and he became in a shape of mother because he was observed in mother's mood. And at that time, thinking that Krishna is my son, and my dear son, telling, she take two Krishna in his lap, in her lap, and tried to give her breast in Krishna's mouth. But Krishna is, I have to take Kripali, causeless mercy. Oh, you have come in the shape of mother, and you are thinking, I am telling my mother and all that I am mother really, and you are my son. At once, she left this body by the grace of Krishna, and she went to Braja and became like a mother to Krishna forever. So this is the method of observing in Krishna in last time. Anyone who will do, they will certainly have this kind of prema bhakti. So if anyone, Raghunatha Das Goswami is telling that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling him, भालो ना खाइबे भालो ना ग्राम्य वार्ता ग्राम कथा ग्राम्य वार्ता ना कहिबे ग्राम्य वार्ता ना सुनिबे अमानी महाध्याय कृष्ण नाम सदा लबे ब्रज राधा कृष्ण सेवा मानसे करिबे चेतन महाप्रभु don't hear and tell worldly activities and worldly things. Always tell Hari Katha or any Katha regarding Krishna and his associates or his devotees. Always and now. And Manase Krishna Seva Karibe. By mind, by heart, you should serve Krishna and his associates. How? He is telling. Krishnam Smaran Jananchasya Preshtam Nija Samihitam Tat Tat Katharataschav Asau Kujat Basam Brajesha. अरे जल्दी बाहर करके दो. Krishna is telling to Raghunatha, and Rupa Goswami is writing his Bhakti Rasami Sindhu. For whom? Those who have some greed to have a service like Brajavasis, like Gopis. For them. Krishna Mishmaran. You should try to remember Krishna. But not so much observing Krishna like Mayavadi sannyasi. Krishna, 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 I am Krishna, I am Krishna. Am Brahmasmi, Soham, Soham, Soham. Not doing like so. They will go to hell. If anyone is thinking that I am Krishna, 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 then what will be? He will immersed in Krishna. Or he may come absorbed into Nirvishesh Brahma, Nirgun Brahma, telling Am Brahmasmi, Am Brahmasmi, Am Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi. I am the same, I am the same. Like Shankaracharya has taught. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has forbidden for all these things. Very wretched condition this is. So, we should remember Krishna with associates. Remembering more like to be like associate, not like Krishna. That is why Rupa Goswami has taught. How? How he? Raghunatha Goswami is a Rati Manjari. He is sitting and remembering the pastimes of Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. All the pastimes of Krishna coming automatically like a garden, flowers. automatically. He seeing that Radha and Krishna sitting in Radha Kund, on the bank of Radha Kund. Lalita Vishakha, all are there. Krishna told that you are all thief. Why you have come here? To destroy my Vrindavan. No. Picking up my whole flowers and smashing my whole Vrindavan garden. Today I caught you red-handed, and I will punish you all. Lalita told that you are liar and cheater. Always telling lie. Have you planted any flower or plant here? Have you poured water? Ever? You are liar to extreme. You are telling this Vrindavan is mine. Can you tell how you received this property of Vrindavan? Your father was the owner of this property. Your forefather or that forefather. From where you received this property? Krishna told that don't disobey me. I am so much dharmic purush. Religious person. All dharms religious have come from me. Oh, Srimati Radhika told, smiling in joking way, oh, I know that you are very religious person. Because when you took birth, you murdered a lady who came in the shape of mother and you killed. Oh, so it is the action of very religious person. Also, when you become gruesome older, bigger, I have heard that from Purnima that there was a black boy entering in all gopis' houses and stealing butter here and there. Are you the same religious person? Oh, I have heard so also that one black person boy went to Jamuna, and when gopis were taking bath, keeping their clothes on the bank, a black religious boy came. Very religious. And who took all the clothes and climbed up on the Kadamba tree. They were weeping and begging their clothes. But this religious person was laughing and making jokes there. Are you the same? Krishna was silent. So all the gopis were clapping. So Raghunatha Gosvami was quietly observed and seeing, and he was smiling outside. Then mouth was also smiling. So this is called manasi-seva. He was also clapping. His hands were clapping, but all were seeing that his hand is, why he is clapping, how he is smiling, how he is so happy. Anyone cannot realize. Only Rupa Goswami and like persons can realize all these things. So activities of these real Vaishnavas, ordinary persons will not understand, realize. They will feel party feelings and all other things. That he is also making politics and all other things. They cannot never realize this. They cannot go up because they have know all these ideas. How to do manasi-seva, how to chant, how to remember all these things. You should try to realize all these things and to go in this path. But if you will not obey manasiksha, Upadeshamritam, nectar of devotion, instruction. You cannot. Those who have no time to read, to follow these things, what they will do? They will acquire themselves always, making politics and all these things. They think that only by money we can be happy, not by devotion. They cannot be. They will tell that we are not follower of Rupa Gosvami. We only read our books, which has been printed by ISKCON. But they should think from where these teachings have come. Swamiji has never discovered anything new. He has written explanation of Srimad Bhagavad written by Das 5,000 years before. He has explained Chaitanya Charitamrita 500 before, written by Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. What he has written in no bottle, but the thing is same. He is not out of Gaudiya Vaishnava. So we should try to realize all these things and try very hard to obey Rupa Goswami, Raghunatha Goswami, or all the Sattvic acharyas in life. He telling that Smaran Krishna, so always remembering Krishna and his associate. I'll give one example. It may be so many examples. No? In Vatsalya, in Shakharas, in Dasyaras, there are so many examples full of. Srimad Bhagavat is all Krishna Katha. Jaha Bhagavat padha, what is the meaning? Jaha Bhagavat padha Vaishnava Sthan. If you want to read Bhagavatam, you should go to Rashik Vaishnava. And here, don't read alone. Don't try to read Chaitanya Charitamrita, read alone. You should go to Rashik Tattva Vaishnava. And hear all these things. They will tell so many deep things that you cannot imagine. Even I think you have not heard all this Harikatha before. That they may told that, oh, Swamiji have never told. Never told. I think if Swamiji was present, but we hear, he has written so many books, more and more books, and given instruction, all the things that what I am telling now. He must tell, but he was not time like that. Briefly, he has written everything in his books. Tat tat katha ratascha kuljat bhasham brajai sada. You should try to be always in Braj, he is telling. Who is telling? Rupa Goswami. Always being in Braja. But anyhow, if you cannot be in Vrindavan, what you should do? Always live by heart and mind. But better if you should be there. Why? That place is Siddha. Siddha means? Perfect. Perfect. Transcendental. If you will be there, automatically that mode will come. There. You will see Giraj Govardhan. You will see Jamuna is there. You will see all the past playing places there. Places of past playing of Krishna. All the dust touching Krishna and Radha always are present there. So there are so many advantages to live there. And if you cannot, then by mind, you should be there. And always tat tat katha ratasya. Tat tat katha, if anyone is of Vatsalya, then he should remember the pastimes of Krishna with Nanda Yashoda. No? If anyone has some great thought, the service like Subal and Sridham, what is it? Krishna like friend, and being himself the friend, among gopis. Subal Siddham life. And always remember their services. If you have some greed, like Rupa Goswami, then you should have to remember them and their activity. What that Tambularpanapadamardan Payodana Visharadivi Vrindaranya Maheshwarim Toshayanti Jatriya Prana Presakhi Kuladapi Kirasam Kochita Bhumika Kail Bhume Surup Manjari Tatha Sansayaham. Anyone is then pranam to all the gopis. Gopis. To whom? Rup Manjari, Mukha. What they are doing? Always serving Radha and Krishna conjugal, especially Srimati Radhika, always day and night, all the Brajvat gopis. Tambularpan, better. Padamardan, means massage. Lightly, sweetly, gently, their messages, the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika. Krishna has given his head on the lap of Srimati. No. Radhika has given his head because she is tired. Going through all Vrindavan with Krishna. She has kept her head in the lap of Krishna. And very pleasantly and eagerly with Ananda, Krishna is caressing her hair. Rup Manjari very gently and sweetly massaging his lotus feet. And Rati Manjari, that is Raghunatha Das Goswami, is telling that I am your servant, maid servant. Can you give some remnant to me? At once Rup Manjari called her by the eyes. She came and gave this message in the hands and in the laps of, and she took the fan and gently began do all other seva. So Tambularpana, Padamardan, Payodan, there are so many services to think and remember. But for those devotees who have some greed to serve them in this way, Seva sadhak rupena, siddha rupena chatrahi. What is the meaning? Seva, the service, like sadhak rupena, like Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, as a sadhak, they have told us to follow the rules and regulations and to follow the angs of bhakti, like sadhu sangha, nam kirtan, Bhagavat Samaj, Mathura Vas, Vrindavan Vas, Navadip Vas, and Srimati Sadhaisana. Perhaps you know this. You know 5? You? What are the 5? Explain.
Sadhu Sangha,
Means?
to associate with devotees who are
Swajati Asya Snigdha.
Those who are of like-minded nature means that they possess the mood that one is aspiring for, whether in Madhurya Ras, Vatsalya Ras, Sakya Ras, Dasa Ras. Snigdasya, and that they're very affectionate towards one. That one should seek such association, because by their mercy, then one will be able to advance very nicely. So that even if one associates with one who is more advanced, but if the affection is not flowing, then one will not get the desired result. Sadhu Sangha Nam Kirtan, that one should chant the holy name in association with devotees who are actually chanting real Nam, Suddha Nam. That if one is chanting in association with those who are asadhu, who are not sadhus, then Nam Nahi Hoy, one will not get Nam. So, Mukhya Pati Jivapai, Krishna Premadan. That the chief result of chanting Nam in association with pure devotees is that one will achieve Krishna Prema. Sadhusanga Nam Kirtan, Bhagavad Shravan, to hear Srimad Bhagavatam, as Maharaj, the Gurudev was just saying, that one should Yao Bhagavad Pad Vaishnavarastane, Kanta Shokorochitani Tarine, that one should hear Srimad Bhagavatam in the association of Maha Bhagavat Rasik Vaishnava, one from whom Bhakti Ras is flowing. Then one will be able to go deep into Bhagavatam. But by just reading even the commentaries, Lord Shiva says, Aham Vedmi Shukho Veti Vyasa Veti Na Veti Vya Bhaktam Bhagavatam Grayam Nabhuti Nachatikaya. That by reading the commentaries, still one will not be able to go deep. But one has to go and surrender oneself at the lotus feet of Rasik Vaishnava. Surrender to him without duplicity and here. Sadhu Sanganam Kirtan Bhagavad Shravan Mathura Vas, to live in Mathura or Vrindavan, Navadvip, these holy places, as Srila Gurudev has just been explaining, they're so potential to live in these places. And Sri Mutira Shradaya Sevana, to worship the deity with Shraddha and
like Raghunatha Das Goswami,
to worship in the mood of Raghunatha Das Goswami and those who are Rupanugas.
This is Sadhak Rupena, means like Rupa Goswami, Raghunatha Das Goswami, Jiva Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Narottam Thakur, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, all how they have practiced bhakti will have to follow. Sadhak Rupena. And Siddha Rupena, as Rupa Goswami is serving Radha Krishna conjugal in the shape of a Rupa Manjari, Raghunatha Das Goswami in a Rati Manjari shape. Both by mind and by heart in manasi-seva like Rupa Manjari, Rati Manjari, and by this body like Sadhak Rupena. Ekadashi Tithi Pavan, observing Ekadashi. Not taking any bad things like
onion, garlic, beef,
all these things. Always doing any association, all being chanting, remembering, Shramanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padashivanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Darsham, Sankam, Atmanivedana. All these are done in 9, 5, especially in 3, Shramanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam. Among them, Harinam Kirtan is prominent. And it is 4, especially in Kali Yuga. Only Hari Kirtan will give all these things. Whether you have no honor and chanting Narayan Krishna name, Ram name, or it will give so much things. You will easily overcome birth and death and sorrow and suffering. Surely, surely. But wealth, reputation will never save us from these things. Never, never, never. Guarantee. They will make more problems. And at the time of death, we will have to only think these problems, and again we will have it. So everyone should try to chant, remember, like them. The Sadhak Rupena and Siddha Rupena, like Rup Manjari Ityadi. They should serve. Tad bhav lipsuna. If you want to have a mood like them to serve Krishna, then you have to follow. Without following this, you cannot have all these things. In Vaidhi Bhakti and in the line is same, the regulation is same, but mode is very, very different. All different. A man is serving Radha and Krishna conjugal, also another person, but he has not so much devotion and love. He can give flower some to show others by mantra, and sometimes not knowing mantra. He will offer Krishna bhog. Bhog means Nivedya. Bhog offering. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyaiva cha patitanang pavanebhyo Vaishnava. He has never gone to any Vaishnava and he will offer by this mantra too. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prem Pradayate Krishna Chaitanya Namne Bhava. By this mantra, by this mantra. But this is not proper. What? Etatanai Vedyam Sring Kling Radha Krishna Bhyam Swaha Namah Kling Gauraya Swaha. By this mantra. So we should learn all these things properly to a very qualified Vaishnava. Swamiji had not time at that time to teach all these things. He has given so much things, but not all. So we should learn all these things. So, Shravan Kirtan, everything will be like that. No difference outwardly, but inwardly there is much difference. Much difference. Raghunatha Gosvami was worshipping what Sila? Govardhan Sila. And you also, sir, the mood is same? No. There is a difference between sky and earth. Heaven and earth. So much. So we should try to realize how we can realize all these things. Then you will have to come to the Siksha of Manasiksha. Gurau Goste Laisu Sujane Bhusurugane Samantre Shinamni Brajajvadanda Sarani Sadabhyambham Hitva Kurumati Ratim Apurmam Atitaram Ae Pratas Santas Chatubhirache Dhridapada. This, where is Manasika? So he is telling, if you want, oh my dear friend, mine, if you want to have this Krishna Prem, Praja Prem, then I think you are my dear friend. But you are living with donkeys, pigs and hogs. Give up all bad societies. He will tell him further. I know that now your mind has been gone in another, sinking in worldly toxications and all other things. Sadadambham hitva. You should give up false ego. What? I am the husband of this lady, very beautiful lady. I have so many children, oh, very beautiful, qualified. Oh, I am so worried because my wife and children have left me. I am so rich, I am so poor. All this. I am very big monarch of all. I can control all devotees. They should obey me. Without my order, anyone cannot do anything. Don't go here and there. I will order you, then. This is called dambha, false ego. If for loose motion will come like water, and then he will sleep. And he will think that, oh, I am dying only. What to do now? Even in for loose motions. And then he will count the stars of the sky. No hope to save. Where is that false ego? I am so beautiful. There was a king, one king in India, in Mathura. He was very lusty. His work was that he has so many spies and told to spies that see where is any beautiful lady here, whether is married or not married, he should tell me, and I will manage to bring with me. One day, there is spice told, very, very, very beautiful ladies in Mathura and chanting, remember Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. He went with his soldiers there. And he told that I want that you should come with me in my Raj palace. She folded hand and told, you can come tomorrow. I will go with you. Surely I will go. I am giving words. He went and again he came very early next day. He was searching her where she is. Yes, she has taken any medicine for loose motion. Forget it. Very strong forget. So 15 times loose motion was coming, and so many makshi flies were here and there, and so dirty smell was coming. Bad smell. He could not stay there. He was telling that where she is. She shouted that I am here. Come on, come on, come on. And his stool was everywhere in cloths. So dirty smell was coming. Oh, where you are? She went nearby, naked like this, and he saw that she's lying down, very lean thing, so much dirtiness, and all the stools are here and there. Oh, you are sane? Oh, yes, I am sane. You can come to me. I am ready to go with you. Take me to you. At once he ran very quickly. So this is beauty. In a moment it will go. This false ego of beauty, false ego of wealth, reputation, all are like same. In a moment they can go and leave us. So fight this false ego. I am chairman, vice president of this society. I can do everything, but in a moment he can die. We can make a relation that for 5 years he cannot initiate and he cannot do any activities. Then false ego will go away at once. So we should not do false ego. He is telling, oh my mind, give up all these false egos and listen me very honorably. I will tell you so Amritmaya, nectarian teachings, advice, follow me. And what? Guru Goste Gostalais, I will explain tomorrow. God Praman.